Good morning, everyone. My name's Sydney Steinger. I'm in 11th grade and I'm a part of the BTV news crew. Today, I'm honored to welcome you to this live stream event, which commemorates the Benjamin School's 60th anniversary and officially welcomes our new head of school, Mr. Dave Faus. In a moment, you will hear from the chairman of our Board of Trustees, Mr. Darren Lowe, and from Mr. Faus himself. We are all socially distanced here in the studio. Meanwhile, we are celebrating this momentous occasion with students, grandparents, parents, alumni, and other friends of the school by streaming to all classrooms and to all platforms, including Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, in real time. But before we delve into the future of Benjamin and hear from our new head of school, let's take a look back at our first 60 years.
They didn't want it just to be a school, they wanted it to be a family. They wanted it to be something that you took past college, something that you learned, here and had for the rest of your life.
The Benjamin School takes pride in its rich history and traditions as we commemorate our 60th anniversary and reflect on this special place, founded in 1960 by Marshall and Nancy Benjamin.
So what am I going to do to make someone's day better today at the Benjamin School? We start there, and then we work our way out from this community at the Benjamin School to the larger area, to the state, to the nation, to the world. What can we do to make this a better place?
That call to make the world a better place began as the first shovel pierced the ground of what was once a pineapple farm and two-room building in North Palm Beach, Florida. Mr. and Mrs. Benjamin, grounded by the belief in education's transformative power, opened the doors of North Palm Beach Private School in 1960 to 24 eager kindergarten students. And while reading was the ultimate goal, the inclusion of art and world language made for a unique learning environment. Coupled with their academic philosophy, a strong focus on character education set the school apart.
It wasn't just about learning from books, obviously. There's so many things that go on in a school, I think, that make this school second to none, that they can take to the next level, to college, to their families, to their own children.
The pioneering couple converted two old houses into classrooms on a tract of land between Ellison-Wilson Road and US Highway 1. As the school expanded, they cleared land, built walkways, and planted trees to accommodate each new burgeoning grade level of early learners.
They would mark the trees. They would put the names of the trees on little plaques hanging from the trees.
Much of the charm of the little school still remains on today's lower and middle school campus, as do the trees and the fish pond, which stand as symbols for Mr. B's love and respect for the physical environment.
Well, it was just a little schoolhouse and very few students, and of course we do laugh. Kindergarten was $50 a month, and then when our child went to first grade, it was $100 a month.
Expansion continued, and in 1974, the school opened with the addition of a 7th and 8th grade class. Mr. and Mrs. Benjamin remained fixtures around the school. Mr. B coached football. Mrs. B organized the annual swim meet. And each year, parents asked the Benjamins to add another grade so that their children could continue to experience the magic of what they were offering. A high school was eventually added, and in 1989, North Palm Beach Private merged with Benjamin to create a single name for the students across all three divisions, the Benjamin School. The 1990s ushered in a new era of innovation, and a middle school building was erected for the growing number of students. But in its most ambitious expansion yet, in April 2003, the school broke ground on 50 acres of land in Palm Beach Gardens for a new upper school campus. The next year, students in grades 9 through 12 set foot on the state-of-the-art campus for the first time, marking an exciting era in TBS history.
They expanded the small school into the middle school, and then the middle school, the high school went there, and then the high school outgrew that, went to the new campus, and the new campus is beautiful. They've done a really nice job of that, and the Benjamin School has just gone on and on, basically because of Nancy and Marshall Benjamin.
Now, Nearly 1,100 students in pre-K3 through grade 12 are preparing to become global citizens and thoughtful leaders in an interconnected 21st century world. Through it all, the school's foundation has been built on the special connections teachers form with their students, creating an extended family, just like Mr. and Mrs. B did back in 1960.
And then when you come back on campus, whether it's for a football game or for another event, and you see the familiar faces from your time at Benjamin, it kind of feels like coming home. It feels like a family.
As we look ahead to the next 60 years, the vision set forth by the Benjamins guides the way.
I think Nancy and Marshall Benjamin's shadow is still there, and I think they're very much a part of the school. We thank everybody who's come along, who's tried to keep the Benjamin School second to none, and I think they have. I think everybody's done a great job with Marshall and Nancy's goals through the years.
It's amazing to see how far we have come as a school. Now, to where we are headed. Our future is already underway with the start of our new head of school, Mr. Dave Faus, who began working at Benjamin in July. We are joined by Mr. Darren Lowe, Chair of the Benjamin Board of Trustees, who will introduce Mr. Faus.
Thank you, Sydney. While I know we would all like to be together to celebrate this historic event in person, we are still united as one community, whether you're watching this live or later. As Sydney mentioned, I am Darren Lowe, Chair of the Board of Trustees, but more importantly, husband to my better half, Sierra. Together, we have 2 children attending Benjamin, Carson and Lucas in 5th and 2nd grades respectively. I could not be more honored to have taken this leadership role, especially now as we celebrate 60 years of rich school history and as we come together to launch the next 60 years with our new head of school, Mr. Dave Faus. I want you to know that Mr. Faus and our Board of Trustees have the important duty of looking out for your children and their future, a duty we take very seriously. That's why we are confident, with nearly 40 years in education, and most recently as head of school at St. Paul's School in Maryland, Mr. Faus is the best person to lead us as we begin the next chapter here at Benjamin. Before we meet Mr. Faus, we asked our students to come up with some questions for the new head. Please take a look.
So the first one is from Lincoln in kindergarten. Lincoln asks, what type of ties do you plan to wear? And I suspect they may be orange, right?
Absolutely. I'm out shopping for orange and blue ties, Lincoln. And I wear kind of a traditional long tie, not great at tying a bow tie.
Next question is from Abby in grade 9. She asks, what is your favorite day of the week?
All right, Abby, you're putting me on the spot here. And I think the truth of the matter is it's probably Friday, like many others. I do like Monday because I'm always excited to start the school week and know that it's going to be filled with awesome things. But also embrace Friday afternoon when we've worked hard all week and we get to spend some time with family and friends.
Next question is from Maggie in 9th grade. She wants to know, where are you from?
So I am originally from New Jersey. I grew up in Princeton, New Jersey, which was actually a fun college town to grow up in.
Next question is from Ellie in 7th grade. She wants to know, what was your favorite subject when you were in middle school?
Okay, so I'm going to think back to middle school, and actually I think it's probably still my favorite subject, and it was in the social studies and in history.
Hazel from 2nd grade. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Hazel, that may be the toughest question I get today. Traditionally I'm probably a chocolate mint chip ice cream eater, but lately kind of salty caramel peanutty ice cream.
All right, so Noah from grade 7, he wants to know, how many schools have you worked for and how does Benjamin stand out?
Great question. So I've worked for 5 schools and they've all been slightly different. Some were 7-day boarding programs, some were all day, and like Benjamin. Benjamin stands out for a lot of reasons, and I think about the Benjamin 12 values and the commitment to balance and the commitment to academic excellence and the commitment to having opportunities for kids to discover their passions.
Once again, welcome and thank you for talking to us and answering these questions.
Absolutely. Go Bucks.
Now that you know some interesting facts about him, I also like mint ice cream. It's my pleasure to introduce Benjamin School's 11th head of school, Mr. Dave Faus.
Thanks, Darren, and thanks, Sydney, and good morning, Benjamin. Thrilled to be here. It's an honor to join the Benjamin community as your new head of school, especially now as we celebrate 60 years of tradition and innovation in independent school education. Personally, it took very little convincing for me to commit to this opportunity to come to Benjamin and to South Florida. My wife Holly and I are settled in Palm Beach Gardens with our 2 dogs, Maho and Jumby, and we're enjoying getting to know this beautiful area. Our 2 children, a recent graduate of the University of Miami and both out in the professional world, can't wait to come and visit for the holidays. As passionate sailors and boaters, we're enjoying everything this area has to offer, and we welcome any suggestions, from sights to see to your favorite restaurants. What attracted me to Benjamin the most was the emphasis on the whole student, a philosophy that provides children with as many resources as possible that, when taken advantage of, enables them to become proficient scholars, winning athletes, an engaging thespian, or all of the above. I truly believe Benjamin provides the opportunities for our students to become the best versions of themselves. Coupled with the 12 Benjamin values, which include gratitude, kindness, and integrity, parents should rest assured, whether it's 15 years or 2 years at Benjamin, your child will be instilled with character traits that will stay with them for the rest of their lives as they enter the real world and become leaders in their own right. Already I've seen the strength and character of this community during these challenging times. I have heard from so many of you regarding your on-campus and remote learning options. It has been good advice, ideas we hadn't thought of before, and of course, constructive criticism. These comments have come from individual meetings with parents or emails to my inbox. All of these messages have resonated with me and shown me how much you truly care about our school and about our mission. So thank you for that. There will come a time when this pandemic and the word COVID-19 will be in our rearview mirror. With that in mind, as head of school, I need to look at what's happening now, but plan out what's next. The Board of Trustees has charged me and our administrative team with specific goals, some of which I want to share with you now. First and foremost, safety and health. Your child's well-being is my primary concern and that of the board. We have worked tirelessly and will continue to do so to mitigate the effects of the pandemic on both campuses. My goal is to continue to build a secure bubble around our students. Along those lines, another goal is to build community and provide robust communication. Trust is earned, and I'm prepared to be as transparent as possible as we navigate these times. I extend an open invitation to each one of you to communicate with me. Another goal is to look out for the school's #1 asset, our faculty and staff. I know our founders, Nancy and Marshall Benjamin, took great pride in supporting our teachers. Continuing in that tradition, I strive to provide opportunities for advancement and empowerment for our employees so they can continue learning and growing, with the end goal of serving our students to the very best of their ability. Thank you, parents, grandparents, alumni, parents of alumni, and friends of the school. Whether it is now or in the past, you have entrusted us with nurturing, developing, and mentoring you or your children to become young men and women of character, resilience, and purpose. Thank you for allowing me to carry on the torch as the 11th head of school at Benjamin. Sydney.
Thank you, Mr. Faus. As is the practice at independent schools across the nation, when a new head of school is installed, they receive gifts. Nothing necessarily flashy or expensive, but meaningful and perhaps funny. Here now, gifts from around the Benjamin community.
Hello, Mr. Faus. My name is Vanessa Zito, and I'm in the 8th grade. On behalf of the more than 1,000 students, I would like to welcome you to the Benjamin School. We know you are a dog lover, so this is why the lower school is presenting you with 2 dog bowls for Maho and Jumby. The middle school has put together this amazing dog basket with treats. Since you have a house in the Jersey Shore, the upper school presents you with a Jersey Shore throw pillow. Thank you, and we are so excited to have you here at Benjamin.
Mr. Faus, I am Joanna Hogan. I have been a teacher in the lower school for a long, long time. We are so happy to welcome you today, and it's wonderful to have something to celebrate in 2020. I am representing more than 200 staff and faculty members at the Benjamin School, and we want to present you with a decorative map of the lower and the middle schools. We are so happy that now you are finally on that map, and we can't wait to see what we do in the future together. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Christy Sheehan, and I'm the current president of the Benjamin Parents Association. I agree with Mrs. Hogan. As a new Florida resident, you can never have enough maps. Therefore, please accept this gift on behalf of the Benjamin parents. It is a blanket of the entire campus. You can use it to rest after a hard day of work and also check out all your favorite spots on campus. As the wife of a Benjamin alum and the mother of 2 young Benjamin bucks, I can tell you picked a great spot.
I'm Paul Lawler, president of the Alumni Association. As a father to Jack in kindergarten and an alumni myself, I'm proud to welcome you to the Benjamin School and hope that you continue the legacy started by Nancy and Marshall Benjamin 60 years ago. We've planted this lime tree in front of your lower school office and hope that you enjoy the tart fruits that it produces. Once again, welcome again to the Benjamin School.
Wow, thank you so much for these generous and meaningful gifts. I'll certainly use that map as I continue to learn the lower school campus. I actually took a lime from the tree yesterday home. These are really meaningful and a great way to start my experience here at Benjamin.
Mr. Faus, as chair of the board, I would like to present a gift on the behalf of the trustees. It's a Tiffany's clock for your office. We have engraved your first school year on the face of the clock.
Thank you, Darren. I will think of that clock very fondly from the board's support and your gracious welcoming and leadership. I've really been warmly welcomed here by the entire community, so thank you very much. So I'm humbled by your generosity and affection. My biggest gift, however, will be a safe and successful year as we mark this 60th anniversary, please know I'm ready to lead this school in a way that will keep our educational excellence with an eye towards what lies ahead. Thank you all for watching. Here's to another 60 years. Go Bucks!